Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another daily vlog. I've missed you guys. I have had a crazy busy weekend and I still feel very worn out from the crazy busy weekend. So I'm going like no makeup, super casual today. I have a lot of stuff I need to get done and I'm so exhausted. And so the day is just like getting away from me. Like I'm trying to get stuff done and I'm like, I'm not getting much done. And it's already like almost 11 o'clock. So I'm headed to the grocery store because we have like no food. Like it's crazy how fast we're going through groceries and we've really been trying to use stuff up. Of course we have stuff in our freezer. Like I always keep stuff in our freezer, but in terms of like fresh things, we're out of a lot. We're out of a lot. So I'm going to go to Sam's, Aldi, and Walmart. And I have a meal plan, but there's one dinner that I'm not really sure about. So I may put like I don't know, like a to be announced next to it and just see how the week goes because it's later on. It's always hard because we do like leftovers and it's just hard to know. I don't want to have too much food. Like if we have a lot of leftovers that we're eating on, I don't necessarily have to make a brand new meal every single night. But a lot of times David will take leftovers with him for lunch or, the meals won't make as many. I don't know, y'all. So this is a very loose meal plan. So today is Monday. I'm going to go through the weekend in just a second, but here's the meal plan. Monday, I made this a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it's been a month or so ago, the creamy protein pasta bowl. It's pasta, zucchini, turkey sausage. It's so good. And spinach. So good and like really filling. So I'm making that tonight. Tomorrow night, we're going to have chicken tostadas. I wanted to make tostadas. I haven't made that in forever. I saw somebody on TikTok or somewhere making them. And I'm like, those look so good. So I've actually got chicken in the crock pot as we speak. I'm going to let that cook all day in the crock pot, shred it up, and then tomorrow we'll have it fresh for dinner. Wednesday, we're having broccoli cheddar soup. I've made it several times and it's so good. It's like the Panera copycat and it's so good. And I'm like in the fall vibes. It's been, I wouldn't say cool, but it's been a lot cooler. And so, I don't know, it just sounded really good. And then I planned a leftover day for Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to have Asian bowls. So I'm going to do like rice, ground chicken, and broccoli probably, and then like an Asian sauce on top. And then Saturday, I'm not really sure. That's the day I'm not sure. I know we're going to be getting ready for church on Sunday and we're having grow groups. So I'm going to be cooking for that. So we may just do something super easy or have more leftovers. But then I made a meal plan grocery list for all of that stuff. And I'm just trying to make sure I didn't forget anything. Like I'm looking right now and Mark's instant breakfast is on the list. So we're going to add that breakfast essentials, if I can spell. And I'm sure I'm going to forget something. I'm really trying. I made this list last night and I'm really trying not to forget anything, but my brain has not officially turned on yet. So if you missed the last video, I had a very busy weekend. Friday morning, I think I left the house at 6:30, but I got up at like 4:30 just because, when you're getting ready for a trip, you just cannot sleep. That was me. So Friday morning, I left our house at 6:30, headed to Indiana. One of my best childhood friends, I've known her literally all my life. Her dad and my dad were college roommates. We've just been very close friends. And her mom sadly passed away about a month or more ago now. And they were having a memorial, like a lunch instead of a service. They did like a lunch for her. And it was just such a beautiful time. And I wanted to be there for my friend. And so, I left super early on Friday. I got there. It's about a 6.5 hour drive, but of course, with stops and all of that, it took me about 7.5 hours. It was a very easy drive though. It's interstate all the way. I listened to, not the podcast. I listened to audiobooks. And the one I listened to on the way there was The Liar's Wife, really good, by Kirsten Modglin. I really like her. She's a newer author to me and I've been like going through all of her books. Very, very good author. Like if you like thrillers, she's fairly clean. I really like her books. I've read that one and I forget the other one I've read, but I've read two of them now and I really like them. And especially the audiobooks, they're good. And then let's see, I got to Indiana about 4 p.m. Of course, it's Eastern time. So it was really 3 p.m. So however many hours that is, it felt like forever. uh, not drive, you're like, the first like half goes by fairly quickly, but then the last couple hours, it's just like you feel like you're never gonna get there. So I hung out with my friend because the dinner, we were all going to meet for dinner. Everybody that was in town, my mom and dad were going to be there. Some other their friends were going to be there and family and stuff. But I went and hung out with my friend Shay for a while at her house. It was so good to get to catch up. We talk on Facebook Messenger mostly, though we've talked pretty much every single day. But it's just different when you get to be in person, and we hadn't seen each other since I moved here from Indiana. We used to live really close, and that was awesome because we got to see each other a lot more. But I hung out with her until we all met for dinner at Outback Steakhouse. And it was just so fun. Like, everybody was sharing old stories and reminiscing. It was really nice. And then I spent the night at my mom and dad's hotel room because they were in town, and they had like a suite kind of situation. And so they had a pull out bed, which I was nervous about. Like, they offered to sleep on it because they did not want my back to act up and then me have to drive and all that. But it was actually a really nice pull out bed. It had like a very like Tempur-Pedic mattress. It looked brand new. So I was like, no, I'll sleep on it. And I did fine on it. We got up the next morning and we had just some time, family time. I got to hang out with my mom and dad a little bit, kind of visit. And then we met for my friend's mom's memorial kind of luncheon at Red Lobster. And it was so nice. They did such a good job. I think her mom would have loved it. You got to kind of share some stories about her and look at some pictures. And it was just so nice to be able to be there. And as soon as that was over, I had to leave to come back home. So it was a very quick turnaround trip. I think I left around 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. And I started the drive home, and oh my gosh, it was even harder than the drive there. I was tired. And then by like 7 o'clock or so, it started getting dark, and then it's just harder for me to drive. I don't know. Like, I just don't like driving in the like nighttime. And when I had about 2 hours left till I got home, I was like done. I was so done with being in the car, but I made it back home. I got home about 9:30 our time. And, I had to make pigs in a blanket for the first church breakfast the next morning because I didn't do it before I left. David helped me. We rolled all those out, got to bed, and got up the next morning. We had church and everything, and then came home, and I took like the best nap of my life. And I'm still, I told David, I'm like, why am I so tired? I mean, I did drive, but I'm just sitting there. He's like, yeah, but you're concentrating. So I guess that's true. Okay, I'm burning up, and I'm in this sweatshirt, but I've got to turn the air on. I'm sorry for the beeping. Anyway, it was a really good weekend. David held down the fort with our kids, got them off the bus and on the bus and all the things. And he's so awesome. He took them to get pizza, and they went to Walmart and got some stuff and hung out, and they played, and they just had a great time. So I'm very appreciative of him holding down the fort so that I could go. It was so important for me to be there. New friends are great. I love making new friends. It's hard, but I like making new friends. But there's something about old friends that you've literally known your whole life and you have that history with. There's just nothing like it. And I have several friends like that I've literally known since birth. So it's just so special. Okay, so I'm headed to the grocery store. By the way, update on my nails. These nails have been the best ones I've bought so far. So Olive and June, the quality is amazing. I haven't had any of them come off. I did have to trim them down because they were still a little bit too long for me, but they did great. I've had no issues with them, and they feel like really thick and like nice quality as opposed to like the other brands I've used. So Olive and June, if you want to try fake nails, it's $10 for a set that would probably do your nails at least two times, if not more than that. And you can't beat that price because if I go get my nails done, it's like $50 and I just can't do that every couple weeks. So these have been on since Thursday night. It's only Monday. So, but with previous nails that I put on, it hasn't even lasted like a few days. They'll pop off. So it's been great update on my bread situation. I'm just giving y'all all the updates. So I showed you guys the first loaf of bread I made with my sourdough starter, and it went good. Like, the taste is there. The rising is not what I want it to be. And so I did another batch, but I let it sit out longer, hoping to get the rise better. And honestly, I think it was worse. Like, it did not rise hardly at all. It was very dense, I guess is the word. Like, I ate one piece of it and I'm like, it's okay. I just threw the rest out. I'm like, it's just not worth it. So I think what I'm going to do is just buy a loaf of sourdough bread, because I'm really into eating it with like avocado spread on top for breakfast. And I'm just going to really work on getting my, I read a couple things about strengthening your starter, and I'm just really going to focus this week on like weighing things out. Like, I haven't been doing that, like weighing out the flour, the water, and just being really technical with it this week and getting it hopefully stronger so that I don't waste a bunch of ingredients and trying to make another loaf. That's kind of my plan. I'm not giving up on her. I put too much work into this sourdough starter to give up. So I know I've been talking forever. It's like 11 minutes in, but I had so much to catch you guys up on. Okay, I'm going to head to the store. I will see you guys when I get home, and I've got so much to do. I've got so much to do. Behind on YouTube. I've got housework to do, but the most important thing I can do today is go get groceries. So that's where I'm headed. Y'all come hang out with me today. Oh my gosh, you guys. Why is the grocery shopping and why is it blurry? Why is grocery shopping and then putting everything away such a ordeal? It's never a quick thing. I went to Sam's. I only got a few things there. I went to, you guys will see the grocery haul. I went to Aldi. Then I was at Walmart, and David was leaving one campus to go to the other, and he was going to have to pass right by Walmart. And he would call me and said, "Where are you?" Because he could hear that I wasn't at home. And I told him I just got to Walmart. So he's like, "Hey, let me come hang out with you for a couple minutes before I have to go to the next thing." So he walked around while I was shopping, and then I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I was like, "Can you watch the stuff? Or if you want to check out, and I'll be right back." And by the time I got back, he had everything checked out for me. So that was great. And then I came home, did a grocery haul, put everything away, and now it's almost 2 o'clock. Oh, where does the day go? I've got my chicken cooking in the crock pot. So Layla's very excited about the smells that are happening in here. I'm not big on chicken. Y'all know this. About the only way I can eat it is if I shred it really small, cooked in a crock pot. And I had some chicken I really needed to use that had been in the freezer for a while. So I'm going to do chicken tostadas tomorrow. I think I told y'all that. But then I also want to keep some of it to do buffalo chicken dip sometime this week, maybe for a lunch or something. I love buffalo chicken dip. So I need to go edit because I have an hour and a half or so before the kids get home. So I'm going to go edit the vlog that I need to go up tomorrow, and I'm kind of behind on YouTube. Answer some emails, do all the things. I feel so worn out, and I don't know if it's still just from the trip or what it is, but I feel so tired. I feel like I could go to sleep and like sleep until tomorrow morning. I feel so sleepy. That's not going to happen, but it feels sleepy. Lucy has piano practice today, and we're not sure if David's going to be done with his afternoon before she has that. Usually he is, but not always. So I might have to take her to piano, which I'm hoping I don't, because if I have to take her to piano, I'll probably have to do a different dinner than I was thinking, just because once we get back, it's kind of quick to make the pasta. I probably could still do it, but I like to roast the zucchini in the oven, make the pasta, toast it, roast up the sausage, and then put everything together. It doesn't take long, but it's a few steps. So I may have to switch some stuff around. I hope not, because that was so good last time. But we can also be flexible, and if that happens, then no big deal. All right, I'm gonna go get some editing done. Thank y'all for listening to me ramble about my day. Layla is just circling me because she wants me to go sit down. So I'm going to go sit down and hold her while I edit. And yeah, it was very warm out there. I was so enjoying the cooler weather we were having. And then when I went to Indiana, it was even a few degrees cooler than it had been here. Actually, I had to wear a sweatshirt more than I was anticipating, and I only brought like my big Arkansas sweatshirt. I had nothing that looked nice. I should have brought like my blue jean jacket or something. So I kind of want to put that sweatshirt on because it was quite chilly in the evenings, but it's back to being hot. It's like 80 degrees outside, so I've been sweating. I had sweatpants on, which was not the move, and I had to come home and immediately put on some cooler pants. So come on, fall. Oh, I got a secret sister gift yesterday, and I wanted to show you guys what it is. Let me walk over here. Let me get it. It's this big old bag here. You carry it over here. It's kind of heavy. All right. First of all, look at this pretty pumpkin with the sunflowers. How pretty is that? I need to find a good spot to put it before I get all my Christmas stuff out, because I'm going to be getting my Christmas stuff out soon, so I want to enjoy this. I could put it outside, but I'm worried that it would get yucky, and it's so pretty. I actually don't have any pumpkin anything, so that's awesome. And then she got me this really pretty mug. It's so funny because I almost bought this exact same mug for my secret sister, and I ended up not doing it, but I don't think I could have. Anyway, I almost did. I don't think I did, but it's so pretty. And then I also got this pumpkin spice skinny sauce, a really cute notebook and a pen. So pretty. I love notebooks. And I desperately need this because my hands have been so dry. A hand mask. I love hand and foot mask. Face masks are fine, but I much prefer the hand and foot mask. So she did really good. So anyway, thought you guys would like to see that. I am going to go edit, and I will see you guys back later. All right, well, I'm definitely gonna have to take everybody to piano because David's not gonna be done in time. I'm so spoiled to him normally getting to take her because it really disrupts the evening. It's so far away. And then we have to wait through it and then all the way home. Mark seems like, you know, when your kids just seem off. Like, I feel like the day before you get sick, how you feel just kind of off. That's how I notice he is acting. Lucy told me, she said on the way home, like he barely said anything, and that's not like him. I was trying to give him a snack and he didn't really want to eat it. He didn't eat much at lunch. He doesn't have a fever or anything like that. He's a little bit congested. I've noticed like drainage, like when he talks. So that's a big bummer. I hope it's not like maybe it's just allergies or something and it's not like a full-blown sickness coming. You know, when the kids start school and they bring home like every virus, we've actually been really lucky and have not had anything like that come home this year. But I'm just hoping he's not feeling bad. So I'm gonna have to rethink dinner because I am not gonna have time to come home and roast zucchini and all that. Like, we're just gonna eat something quick. So I'm not sure what that's gonna be because the chicken's not quite done. I was like, oh, I can just do tostadas because the chicken's been cooking, but it's not quite done yet. So I should have planned something easy for tonight, but didn't. Honestly, we may just pick something up. I don't want to do that. But with Mark not feeling good, I don't want to be in the kitchen. I want to just be holding him. So it's not the worst when you go grocery shopping and then you like order a pizza or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes through piano, but I'm about to load everybody up and we're going to head there. I went ahead and changed my shirt and my pants to like pajama pants. So let's hope I don't have to get out of the car. So I think it should be short in the car and then just sitting in the car. Like, I'm not gonna be like walking around. So I'm gonna risk it because I just want to be comfortable. So anyway, everybody had a good day at school, so that was good. And I'm just kind of a little bit concerned about Mark. Mamas know, right? Like, you know when your kids are just not, like something is going on, you know, you're just not 100%. You're not acting like yourself. And that's just, it's not like him to not be super talkative and stuff. I feel a little bit flushed, honestly, and I have no idea why. Please, Lord, let there not be sickness going around this house, please. I've been congested, but that's just allergies. I've been congested for weeks. So I'm hoping that's what his is. All right, I'm headed to piano. All right, you guys, it's the next day. I never ended the vlog, so let me walk you through our afternoon and evening. Took the kids to piano. That went fine. David texted me, or actually we talked while I was waiting on her to get out of piano. And so I was like, what do you want to do for dinner? Lucy had been saying she wanted panda, and I thought, well, that's not a terrible idea because they do have some healthy options there. We could at least get some veggies in. And Mark still, like, he had a snack, but he just was not eating very much. He was being really quiet that whole time. So Dave was like, I don't really want panda. Nate won't eat panda. So he's like, I have a gift card to this other restaurant. I can get him a cheeseburger. I'll get myself a burger, and then we'll just meet you. I'll meet you back at home. You guys pick up panda, whatever. So we did that. And by the time we got home and everybody ate, I did not regret doing that, by the way, because it was after 6 o'clock by the time we got home, and Mark was not feeling the best. And I literally ate and held him in my lap. You know, when your babies are like 5 and up, they don't necessarily want you to hold them all the time. So when they're not feeling well, that's the time that they really want that, like, cuddles and stuff. And so just kind of held him. Everybody got baths, and everybody slept pretty good. I was really worried about Mark, and it was so funny because I kept asking him all afternoon, do you feel bad? Because you could just tell. As soon as, I think I told you about it, as soon as Lucy got off the bus, she's like, something's wrong with Mark. Like, she was like kind of holding him on the bus because he just was like mopey, and that's not like him. And so I kept asking him, do you feel bad? And he's like, no. And then by the time he laid down, normally he really doesn't want to lay down. He doesn't want to go to bed. He kind of whines about going to bed. Last night we said it's bedtime. He went and got in his bed and like was curled up before I even went in there to tuck him in. Not like him. And I said, buddy, do you feel sick? And he said, yeah. So I'm like, well, at least he's admitting it. And so I was worried that he was gonna be up in the night. I told him, if you need me, wake me up. I'll be listening out for you. But he slept all night. I didn't hear him coughing or anything. He's got congestion, just like in his throat. It almost is like he's got a frog in his throat, and he just feels kind of lousy. So couldn't get him to eat much of anything last night. We tried everything. I even tried just giving him like his protein shake stuff because I thought if I get just some protein in him, at least something. He didn't want anything, but he's drinking good. So not too worried about that. Everybody slept pretty good. Nate was up at like 4 in the morning. He was up at 4 in the morning laughing and like being silly. And I was like, Nate, please go to sleep. And so he did. Like, he went back to sleep. But of course, I was up by then. And I was already like one ear out, because of Mark. So I didn't sleep very good. Anyway, I woke up Mark this morning, and at first he was like, yeah, I feel fine. I feel okay. I want to go to school. And then like he started coughing a little bit and saying his throat was kind of scratchy. And so I was like, buddy, you want to just stay home and chill with mommy today just to be safe? I would hate for him to be at school. Like, he doesn't have fever. He could go. He's not terribly sick, but just a little off. And so he's at home with me today, which has been very nice. It reminds me of a couple years ago when I had him home with me every day. I've just been enjoying some time with him one-on-one, and I just forgot to end the vlog after all of that. But yesterday was a good day. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. That's okay. I'm going to try to get a lot done today, not have to eat out anymore. It is what it is. Try not to beat myself up too bad about stuff like that. You plan, you do your best, but then sometimes it's like, you know what, I don't feel like it, or something came up. So we don't beat ourselves up too bad about it. I'm going to try to get a lot done today, like I said, so I'll be vlogging. You guys will see it probably tomorrow or sometime tomorrow's vlog. But thank you guys for listening to all of the talking today of the road trip and all this stuff. I had such a great time, even though it was a whirlwind. It was a lot of driving. I really, really, really loved being there for my friend. I wish I could be, in person more, but I'm so grateful for Facebook, texting, and whatever else, like all the ways that you can keep in touch with people. It makes it feel like, you're not too far apart. So anyway, if you're still watching through all of this, leave me a car emoji in honor of my very long road trip that I took. And thankful to be back safe and sound, no issues, no car trouble, none of that. It was a really easy trip. So listened to some audiobooks, had some quiet time, listened to some music, and it wasn't too bad at all. Anyway, I love you guys so much. If you liked today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Definitely subscribe if you're new. I'll see y'all tomorrow.